What's up, guys? Today we're going to be building the Ark Lego set while reading about Noah's Ark and having like a little Bible study, a little talk on it. We got this at the Ark Encounter. Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is the instruction book. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. I don't know. These have numbers. 3, 1, 2. No number. 4.
No foreseeable number.
No foreseeable number. Cool.
Okay.
Well, let's do some wrong. Just one on the floor. That's a lot of Legos.
That's quite a bit. Why are they so small? Minuscule.
Ow. I don't have a platform here. You need the platform.
I think a platform would probably be in one of them.
I think in this section. Yeah, this is the platforms.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Funzos.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's a sticker. I'm gonna put that over the
Sticky note.
sticker. Okay. So we got water.
What?
I mean, water towels. And we got land towels. Although there should be one with 4 other towels. So move some things around. So we got water. Let's put the water here. Looks like is that underneath? It's looking like it's underneath.
Okay.
I think. No, it's not underneath. There's such a long step before we even start building the ark. What is that? There. Okay. Okay. So it looks like we need whatever the other flat. There should be more flat pieces, but less flat.
Okay. The 4 other big pieces in there.
Yeah, I think I found, yes. Perfect. Got those pieces.
Good. What are we to do with those?
See that?
Yeah. Okay.
Put these across the back like that. Oh yeah. We have an extra one, I think. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have an extra.
these guys on top of it or something.
More bags. More bags it is. Let's not open any more bags. You look for those pieces.
It's got all these green looking things. Just separating them.
We'll come back to it. Cool. He's so small. I found the other one that's in there. Okay. We need this piece. And 7 of those. 7 of those little pieces.
This really small looking guys.
The ones with 2, and we need 2 of the ones with 3. I have 1 of them here. And we need 3 of the L-shaped ones. Cool, we have those 2. That's done. And then we need 2 more of the L-shaped ones.
How many more?
Yeah.
How many?
1 more.
Okay.
And then we need 3 of these. And then we need 25 of the super long. I'm guessing that's just all of those. So just yeah. And then we need 1, the gray ones. We need 1, 3, 2 4s. So this one and this one. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. And then 5, I'm guessing these ones. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 4 of the big tiles. So these ones. I see. Yes. Cool. So the big tiles go there. So we can work doing that. Those that one and that one. Cool. And then we have to make that. So there's 1 on this side. There's the other 4 going.
The long ones.
Yeah. You want to figure those out. And then I say we each work from our side going inwards.
Okay.
Looking at both pieces go there. Wait, do you have your phone?
It's over there. You want me to get it?
Yeah. Because we can use the flash. Yeah. There's a green tube.
Super.
These pieces are so small.
Why are they so like? I don't think I've ever seen pieces like this minute before.
It's different for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. We should start reading the Bible then.
Okay.
So, I'm going to read the first paragraph and we can talk about it while doing this. When man began to multiply on the face of the land and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of man were attractive, and they took any they wanted as their wives. And the Lord had said, My spirit shall not abide in man forever, for he is fleshly. His days shall be 120 years. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterwards, which the sons of God came into the daughters of man, and they bore children to them. And they were the mighty men who were of old, the men of renown. And the Lord saw that the wickedness of men was great in the earth, and that every intention of the thoughts of his hearts was only evil continually. And the Lord regretted that he made man on the earth, and it grieved him to his heart. So the Lord said, I will blot out man, whom I have created from the face of the land, man and animals and creeping things, and birds of the heavens, for I am sorry that I have made them. But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. That's good.
Yeah, that's very good.
So, I think that's a really interesting passage.
I would agree with that.
And a lot of people have various different beliefs on the Nephilim and who the sons of God are. Multiple different ones is that the sons of God are the descendants of Seth. That's a common one you'll hear a lot. Another belief is that they were important men. But my personal belief is that they were spirits. And that the spirits, they came down to earth and were children with the woman of earth, the humans. And I'm not fully like, oh, if you have a different belief, we can't talk. Obviously, I want to talk with all my brothers and sisters, whether we have different beliefs on whatever. That's just my personal belief on that matter. Obviously, we can have theological debates and talk about theology. And I think they're all, it's still an interesting debate and conversation to be had. Anything you want to say there?
No, I think that's a good example of like, all sin, all forms of it are using what God has given us against what his intentions are.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how that just shows like a display of like the kind of, abuse of God's creation was going on back then.
Right.
Obviously, we don't really see that, kind of stuff today about what's being described there. But that's like,
right.
Obviously it was enough for God to want to do something like really, really drastic about it.
Yeah, and even that's why I believe, right, the Nephilim, the half-breeds were so abominable in God's eyes that was the main reason for needing the flood, is just that those creations cannot continue to exist. They're not made by God, right? It's a twisting of his creation.
Yeah. That's exactly what that is.
So yeah. Do you want to read the next passage?
Yeah, I'll do that.
There.
Yeah, this is verses 9 through 22. This is the account of Noah and his family. Noah was a righteous man, the only blameless person living on the earth at the time, and he walked in close fellowship with God. Noah was the father of 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now God saw that the earth had become corrupt and was filled with violence. God observed all this corruption in the world, for everyone on earth was corrupt. So God said to Noah, I have decided to destroy all living creatures, for they have filled the earth with violence. Yes, I will wipe them out, along with the earth. Build a large boat from cypress wood, and waterproof it with tar inside and out. Then construct decks, install throughout its interior. Make the boat 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. Leave an 18-inch opening below the roof all the way around the boat. Put a door on the side, and build 3 decks inside the boat, lower, middle, and upper. Look, I'm about to cover the earth with a flood that will destroy every living thing that breathes. Everything on earth will die, but I will confirm my covenant with you. So enter the boat, you and your wife and your sons and their wives. Bring a pair of every kind of animal, a male and female, into the boat with you to keep them alive during the flood. Pairs of every kind of bird, every kind of animal, and every kind of small animal that scurries along the ground will come to you to be kept alive. And be sure to take on board enough food for your family and for all the animals. So Noah did exactly as God had commanded him.
Yeah, it's good. Even with all the corruption, God still had a plan. He still wanted to save humanity because we are made in God's image and we are valuable to God. And I think that's so powerful to finish this.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to go on to the second chapter, or I guess the 7th chapter. Then the Lord said to Noah, Go into the ark, you and all your household, for I have seen that you are righteous before me in this generation. Take 7 pairs of clean animals, male and his mate, a pair of animals that are not clean, male and his mate, 7 pairs of birds from the heavens, also male and female, and keep their offspring alive in the face of all the earth. For in 7 days I will send rain, and the earth will rain for 40 days, 40 nights. And every living thing that I have made I will blot out from the face of the ground. And Noah did all that the Lord had commanded him. I think that's so cool that...
Yeah, that's really good.
Noah did everything the Lord commanded him, right? And, yeah. Not only he did, you can measure it, the ones I put in. Yeah. Right, God told him to build this ark, he told him to get all these animals. It's a crazy, crazy story.
Yeah, it truly is.
Like, it's unbelievable.
It's truly amazing the things God can do.
Yeah. What God can do is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it's amazing that, every day we wake up and we worship this all-powerful and almighty God, and
yeah,
here we are discussing this one of the amazing things he's done that we have documented. We can read it right before our eyes anytime we want, and it's that's not even a fraction of how powerful he really is, and here we are talking about how powerful that is alone. I just think that just gives us an idea, just a small little bit of an idea of how amazing, how powerful he really is.
So true. So true. Yeah, I mean...
There's a space.
Yeah, I see. It's... Yeah. If you want to read on...
Yeah, I can do that. In verse 11, When Noah was 600 years old, on the 17th day of the second month, all the underground waters erupted from the earth, and rain fell in mighty torrents from the sky, and the rain continued to fall for 40 days and 40 nights. That very day Noah had gone into the boat with his wife and his sons Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and their wives. With them in the boat were pairs of every kind of animal, domestic and wild, large and small, along with birds of every kind.
Yeah.
2 by 2 they came into the boat, representing every living animal that breathes. A male and female of each kind entered, just as God had commanded Noah. Then the Lord closed the door behind them.
Yeah.
Want me to read verse 17?
Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
For 40 days the floodwaters grew deeper, covering the ground and lifting the boat high above the earth. As the water rose higher and higher above the ground, the boat floated safely onto the surface. Finally, the water covered even the highest mountains on the earth, rising more than 22 feet above the highest peaks. And all living things on earth died: birds, domestic animals, wild animals, small animals that scurry along the ground, and all the people. Everything that breathed and lived on dry land died. God wiped out every living thing on the earth: people, livestock, small animals that scurry along the ground, and birds of the sky. All were destroyed. The only people who survived were Noah and those with him in the boat, and the flood waters covered the earth for 150 days.
Did you read the end of the chapter?
Yeah, that's the end of chapter 7.
Okay. Yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't imagine, how God would probably must have felt while destroying everything. I mean, of course, it was like in his anger and stuff, and against like what
righteous anger.
His righteous anger, yeah. But like, think of how even what we've done right here. We've really just started, and we've done a lot of hard work. And God made the earth 7 days. He made the earth, and He made it, and He said multiple times it was good. It's very good.
Yes.
I couldn't even imagine the grief that must have caused God to go ahead and just destroy everything that He had made. Especially the people He loves so very much. I don't know, that's something that hits me every time I read that passage.
Right. Yeah. It's good. I think it's really amazing.
Indeed it is.
Reading about all the things that the Lord has done.
Yes. Wholeheartedly agree with that. And like I said earlier, I mean, that's just an example of what we see Him doing. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes that we don't see that He does too. And
that's a good point.
I like to praise and worship Him for that every day.
Yeah. Amen. Oh, I know what this is. This is the ramp.
Ah. Bro figured it out.
I'm like, what am I building right now? Piece by piece, putting this together. One piece at a time.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
Where's my last one?
I was just thinking earlier, I'm like, man, I didn't bring anything to take care of my nails on this trip, but I don't even need to get clip off the edges because we're doing this.
Crazy work.
Yeah.
Double check that one. 2, 3, 7. No, that's the wrong whatever. It doesn't matter because it's two pieces, which it's the same. It's essentially the same.
These, those guys.
What guys?
I don't remember this, so I'm just looking for them in here.
What do you need?
Those, like, two big guys.
Did we not grab those?
No, I don't think we did. Oh, wait, there's one.
Okay. Well, you're looking for that. I'll do whatever this thing is over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I looking at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Perfect. What am I looking at here? Okay, if you want to flip to the next page, start looking. I think I know the rest of this.
What even was that?
That was one of the pieces. It's one of these pieces.
Oh, joyous day. We'll find that easily.
Good way to be optimistic.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I've done this the whole time. A joyous day is better than goody me bananas, isn't it?
Oh, brother. Okay.
Alright, chapter 8 begins with verse 1. But God remembered Noah and all the wild animals and livestock with him in the boat. He sent a wind to blow across the earth, and the flood waters began to recede. The underground waters stopped flowing, and the torrential rains from the sky were stopped. So the flood waters gradually receded from the earth. After 150 days, exactly 5 months from the time the flood began, the boat came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. 2.5 months later, the waters continued to go down. The other mountain peaks became visible. After another 40 days, Noah opened up the window he had made in the boat and released a raven. The bird flew back and forth until the flood waters on the earth had dried up. He also released a dove to see if the water had receded and it could find dry ground. But the dove could find no place to land because the water still covered the ground, so it returned to the boat, and Noah held his hand out and threw the dove back inside. After waiting another 7 days, Noah released the dove again. This time the dove returned to him in the evening with a fresh olive leaf in its beak. Then Noah knew that the floodwaters were almost gone. He waited another 7 days and released the dove again. This time it did not come back. Noah was now 601 years old. On the first day of the new year, 10.5 months after the flood began, the back of the covering of the boat that saw the surface of the ground was drying. 2 more months went by, and at last the earth was dry. Then God said to Noah, "Leave the boat, all of you, you and your wife, and your sons and their wives. Release the animals, the birds, the livestock, and the small animals that scurry along the ground, so they can be fruitful and multiply throughout the earth." So Noah, his wife, and his sons and their wives left the boat, and all the large and small animals and birds came out of the boat pair by pair. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and there he sacrificed as burnt offerings the animals and birds that had been approved for that purpose. And the Lord was pleased with the aroma of the sacrifice and said to himself, "I will never again curse the ground because of the human race, even though everything they think and imagine is bent toward evil from childhood. I will never again destroy all living things. As long as the earth remains, there will be planting and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night." Thus concludes chapter 8.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was a good chapter. Just a conclusion to the flood, showing, and then the rainbow obviously being God's promise to man that will never again flood the earth. Just a powerful reminder. Anytime it rains, it shows up in the sky. We can also see it and be reminded about God's blessing.
Yeah. Amen to that. I like how God provides constant reminders of His promises to us in our life.
Yeah.
The rainbow being a significant one. I think it's good that God always reminds us that He's, always there, even when it doesn't always seem like He is, and sometimes really doesn't feel like it. I mean, He always is, and He always lets us know, never leaves us alone.
I tried that piece too.
What do you mean the same piece 3 times?
It's that piece. It's a little bit longer. We need the flat one piece of that here. These pieces. You finished chapter 8.
Yep.
Epic. One more of these. Cool. Well, it took a little longer than anticipated, but it is complete. Noah's Ark. It's sick. It took about 5 hours, but it was good. So let's finish the story of the Ark in Genesis chapter 9. And God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth. The fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth and upon every bird of the heavens, upon everything that creeps on the ground and all the fish of the sea. Into your hands they are delivered. Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you, as I have gave you green plants, and I give you everything. But you shall not eat flesh with its life, that is, its blood. And for your lifeblood I will require reckoning. From every beast I will require it, and from every man. From him, fellow man, I will require reckoning for the life of man. Whoever sheds the blood of man shall his blood be shed, for God has made man in his own image. And you be fruitful and multiply, increase greatly on the earth, and multiply in it. And God said to Noah and his sons, Behold, I establish my covenant with you and your offspring after, and every living creature that is in you, the birds of the and the livestock and every beast of the earth, as many came out of the ark. It is every beast of the earth. I establish my covenant with you, that never again shall all flesh be cut off by the waters of the flood, and never again shall a flood come to destroy the earth. And God said, this is the sign of the covenant that I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you, for all future generations. I will set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. When I bring clouds over the earth, and the bow is seen in the clouds, I remember my covenant that is between me and you, and every living creature of the flesh. And the waters shall never again become a flood to destroy all flesh. When the bow is in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth. Then God said to Noah, this is a sign of the covenant that I have established between me and all flesh that is on the earth. That is the story of Noah. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a long one for us, even for you, but it's a great story and it's a great reminder of God's faithfulness.
And
stay blessed.